So I'm here with George. He's the goalkeeper for Itchen, and we're just going to go over his strengths and weaknesses and do a review. We'll do this every 6 weeks. So your first strength is your passing. This is because when you get the ball, you are picking out areas of the pitch and individual players to aim for, and the ball always makes it to their feet. So this is good because then it means the other team can't win the ball and then take possession. You also are aware of your surroundings. So if it goes out for a goal kick, immediately you're running after that ball and you're facing the pitch still. And then you get the ball, you throw it onto the floor, and you immediately look for an outlet pass, which is good because then this means that the other team will be trying to set up defensively, but we can catch them early and on the break, which will lead to more goals and chances. So another strength of yours is your reactions. This is good because especially when the team's in the opposition is in our box and they take shots at you, you're able to react and get the ball out and clear. This relates back to your passing as well. As soon as you win that ball in the air from a corner or a cross or anything, you look for a player on our team and our strikers to set them on their way. Your communication is another strength, and you're always talking on the pitch and controlling all our team out there, which is good because they know exactly what to do and where to be, and it also helps us stop the opposition from breaking through. It also helps us because you always telling players if they've got time or man on, or if they've got space to run into, which is good because they can't always look around, which is helpful. As again, it stops the other team from winning the ball and helps us look for our teammates and to create chances. However, one of your weaknesses is your handling. This is a weakness. This only occurs occasionally, but sometimes it's hard for you because you're a goalkeeper. So it means if you make a mistake, it kind of is going to be a big one, which will lead to goals and things like that. So sometimes when the ball comes to you, you fumble it, which leads to conceding corners or even goals in the worst cases. Another thing is that sometimes they're silly mistakes which come just from sometimes maybe a lack of concentration. Because it's basic for you, but sometimes it's just making sure about keeping hold of that ball. So a way to improve this is just doing some basic catching drills. So in training, putting some crosses in and having other teammates challenge you to make it feel like a game situation. So when it does come to the game, you can deal with that pressure. And then it's the same with taking shots. So doing attack versus defense, having your defensive line in front of you, but then having the attacking team take shots against you, and it will help with your handling and it will feel like a game situation. So another weakness of yours is your attitude. Right, it's not a negative, or it's not always negative, but when it is, it has a big impact on you mentally. Because if you concede goals or you make mistakes in yourself, you get angry at yourself and start to sort of beat yourself up a little bit, which has a negative impact on not just you but the team, because you're the main sort of vocal point, and so if you're angry and getting upset at yourself, it sort of starts to have an impact on all of us, which then puts our performance down a little bit and making us more exposed to conceding goals.
I'm really sorry, Dad, but I need to get in there and do some photocopying.
Right, yeah.